challenging me to push in Walmart.
The job. So when you start working woman, she a working woman, get the pay, give mama some of the money. Hey y'all, how you doing YouTube? How you doing family? Thank you for tuning in again to my did I just like freeze? I'm not even gonna like edit that out. You see the tattoo? This is the tattoo I did not want to show in the last video, but here it goes. This is my daughter's name. Oh, so cute. Well, I got this. It's a long story. I'll probably do a story time on it or something, but this is the tattoo that I will just show. And it's old, so we'll talk about that on another note. But this is our Black Ink review. Okay, let's talk about Black Ink, and let's talk about episode 7, season 6. And it's so hard to say goodbye. I feel like I'm in a little bit better spirits because doing that last episode, it was so heavy. It was hard to watch. It was heavy. I could not. It did something to me. So right now it's just more of like a celebration of life. And another reason why is because we just lost Kobe Bryant. So it just was a lot. Like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang, never saw that coming. So we open up where we're in Second City Inc. and Jess, she comes back in. She checks in with the crew that couldn't go to the funeral and everything. They were getting ready to go to the funeral, and she just wanted to check in with everybody and see how everybody's doing, what they're thinking and their thoughts, and update everybody on how she reached out to Charmaine and just extended anything she needs or anything, hit her up. So Ryan comes back to let them know that he's renting out a house at Airbnb in New Orleans so that they all can stay while they're going for the funeral. He extended the olive branch to Second City Inc., especially since down in Florida it's really not gonna come. And everybody who can come pay their respects, they will come. But then you find out that with Flat Tat, and in almost every other episode they talk about, like, they got cases pending, somebody on probation. So Flat Tat and Prince cannot go because they can't leave the city. They can't go out of town. So and Prince is on probation, or he got a pending charges. So he haven't dealt with that yet. Plus he got a 3-year-old son, because my son 3, and he can't just leave because they like share custody. So it is, it is what it is. So he has to stay. Just kind of like, oh my God, we gotta leave the guys here to hold down the shop, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Then we get to like really meet him. See, I didn't know in the last 2 episodes ahead, I didn't know what this boy name is. His name is Prince. So we get to see Flat Tat go take Prince to go pick his son up, and we get to learn more about the story about Prince and him getting locked up and how it kind of separated his family. He been dating his high school sweetheart, And right before then, everything was good. Then he, gets pulled over, have a gun in the car, and the police lock him up. And then that's when she, has to, hold it down. And she's like, "This is not what I signed up for. I don't want no thug and all this stuff." So it kind of hurt him. So they hadn't even talked to each other for, I think he said like 7 months or something like that. So they were like exchanging the baby between the godmother, grandmother, friends, stuff like that. So he was just kind of like, he missed her and wish he could see her. He don't like that this is how they gotta communicate with each other, with no contact, basically. His son is adorable. Like, my son is 3. He's like in this adorably bad stage. All you keep hearing him doing is playing and jumping, and he's like, "My name is," so he's really cute. Then we go fast forward and we see Charmaine in New Orleans, and she's planning the whole program, the funeral itself. It was so sad because, she's pregnant, she's stressed, it's heavy, and she has to hold it down. She can't even be really sad either, because you get to see like how heartbroken her dad is. It was just like, oh, please don't cry no more. So, all of Second City Inc., they come, they see this house that Ryan rented out, which was like gorgeous, like really beautiful, like make me want to go down there in New Orleans. Like, I went one time, and that experience was not cute. Like, we was like going to Georgia, we had to stop in New Orleans, child. But I like that they all came out, regardless of whatever they felt towards Ryan, even though they never really had no real contact with him. But whatever they felt, they said it's all about Charmaine and, taking care of her, because they know how much of a good person she is deep down. Back at the shop, Prince does this piece for a woman who lost her brother and wanted to get like this really cute family tree. I think it was really dope. I thought it was nice. When she first was explaining, I was just kind of like, huh? But once I saw him putting it together, it was really cute. Forrest is down with the young lady who he suspects to be his daughter, 17-year-old. They have a great conversation. You get to hear her talk a little bit more, and how much she got a head on her shoulder. I just wasn't like feeling like keep on meeting up. Like, what is this about? Like, y'all supposed to just take the test and then y'all make this whole situation, y'all work it out from there. Like, even if y'all find out and then you like, oh man, y'all take it from there. But to build a relationship before y'all even find out, you're just hurting her feelings, you hurting your feelings. Like, I don't know. I really feel like Ford is looking for love. And this is like something that will be unconditionally, him being a father. So it's just kind of like, pump y'all brakes, please. Jess finally gets to make small talk with Ryan. We're back in New Orleans, and they're at the house, and they get to sit and talk about, what kind of tattoos they do, and, how she hooked up with Charmaine, and what their whole interaction is, and what his thoughts is. And he just said something like really positive about, y'all doing something so different and out the box, because it's dope that y'all are women running a tattoo shop. That's kind of like rare, and seeing that it's like woman power. Everybody's, lifting each other up. It's men there, but it's mostly like, ran by women. Boss is the woman. So I was like, all right, Ryan, point for you. But she likes the conversation she had where they could compare and contrast the differences of tattoos they doing, and how she admired him regardless of what Charmaine said about him and their relationship. She admired how dope Ryan is, like super dope. Like, he can literally just see an image and make it in that image on you with his own like way, where she can like visually take the image and put it onto you, something like that. Tattoo talk, okay? Tattoo talk. Um, so then we see Prince back in Chicago. Finally get to have a conversation with his baby mama, where he was just basically expressing himself, saying that he just wants to take them out. They need to have a little family time because they can want to sit down and talk about like the situation. He don't like the distance. He don't like that. They just need to work on their communication and their friendship, and hopefully build from there to rebuild what they had beforehand. Ford and Don have a sit down convo. You heard what I said like 3-4 minutes ago. So Don is like listening to Ford saying that he met up and had another conversation. They went out with the little girl, and I don't know, I don't remember her name. She's a girl. She's 17. So Don is pissed. Like, what, bro? Like, do I have to keep on watching out for you, child? Listen, y'all need to take the test. I don't want to hear nothing else. Stop. The same thing I said, Don was already saying. Like, y'all doing too much. What are you constantly meeting up with her, trying to gain something from her? Y'all going to the nail shop. Y'all going out to eat and all. No, take the test, because these people could be scamming you. Even though you never know, because everything was blurry for every party involved. But at the same time, you got to protect yourself as well as protect the girl. This is a little girl. You don't want to hurt her feelings if you fade out the black because you know you ain't the daddy or something. So Don was like pissed. He was a little extra for the scene, but I was just kind of like, what is going on here? Like, how's her mama even allowing her to keep doing this? So either way, we hear Charmaine being emotional back at the funeral now. Second City Inc., everybody came out. All the, like, you see Danielle, like, all right exes were at the dang on funeral. You see Danielle, you see Kitty, then Kat was there. It was kind of like, oh, okay, but everybody was there to support Charmaine, which was all it was all about. And then you had Second City Inc. there, and once Charmaine did her, last words about her mom and to her mom, it was so heartfelt. And I'm so glad that they're trying to incorporate her baby, which should be due really soon. I think she said March, April, or something like that. But yeah, incorporate her mom into her baby. Everything is like, because her mom was so much involved with her. So it's understandable. It was really sad. Then, they did the whole New Orleans celebration. That's the thing that I really like about New Orleans. Like, beyond Mardi Gras and all that stuff, I like the certain traditions that they do where they not only bury a person, but in the funeral, they do a whole march outside to celebrate the life of this person. And she had she had a nice turnout. Like, it was really a lot of people in there. And that's all you could do, because that's the most important thing, is what is your legacy? Like, your legacy cannot just be material things. Your legacy has to lead you into the afterlife. What do you leave behind that people not only heartbreak that you're gone and then in your afterthought, but what did you do to touch somebody? And that was just like really inspiring. Even though it was sad, at the same time it was like, these people really turned out. You don't want to have a funeral and you only got a person in there with 2 people in there. So this was like really nice about that situation. But rest in peace to Miss Glenda Walker. Charmaine, I know it's going to constantly hurt you, but eventually I know that you're going to know that your mother is still here, present, breathing, because you are, and you keeping her name alive. So that's pretty much it. It wasn't too much in this episode. I think it get a little spicy on the next one. So I will see you until then. You guys be beautiful, because you are beautiful people. Bye.